Elden Ring is another FromSoft game. They have some of the most difficult games ever made. Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro, and the latest is Elden Ring. Elden Ring is immersive. If you decide to play Elden Ring, then it has a way of drawing you in. And it's difficult, just like the other games. But there's a standoff control with Elden Ring where you pick the battles. You can inch your way into Elden Ring and pick off one enemy at a time, pretty much. And it feels that dangerous when you're playing, where you can be overwhelmed. Elden Ring is pretty to look at. It's not just the graphics, but the narrative. There's some sort of blend that happens with Elden Ring and in FromSoft games where it seems like you're in the afterlife or you're in some type of void land. It's very mystical. It feels like that's your last chance. And all sorts of things start happening where you actually need to take care of yourself. One thing that's really neat about Elden Ring is that they tried to step in the direction that I think everyone has always wanted them to. In past games, the narrative is partially found. It's found on the items that you pick up, the helmets, the swords, the amulets. Whatever you find, if you go into the menu, you read it, and it has a history on it of who owned it and what they did with it, why they made it, and what you can do with it to conquer stronger enemies. And through that, you start building up a narrative of what happened in that land. And you march through and you try and fix it yourself. In Elden Ring, the same thing happens, but they hired George R. R. Martin to come in and help craft a narrative. And it shows. But something happened where I think they threw away the idea of him doing line by line chapters. They built another FromSoft game. They built another FromSoft game where you have to do the work and figuring out what's actually happening. The opening title sequence, if I remember correctly, is there was a group that decided that their family, there's a mom and a dad, or a mom decided that their family, their kids, deserved more power than they had. So they broke the Elden Ring from the king and queen, and they handed it over to their kids. And they became really strong monsters that ran around the world. And the whole world just fell apart after that. So your job is to get strong and go find them and piece the Elden Ring back together so it can bring peace and harmony back to the land. And it's a mystical journey. It's a long game. And if you're into that sort of thing, it's a lot of fun. Meaning, I mean to say that the knights, swords, wizards, fighting dragons, skeleton monsters, witches and warlocks, and creatures that jump out, all that stuff. If you're into that, it's a lot of fun. It's difficult. Throughout the game, they set something up where you actually get the dungeon crawl this time, which is something that I always enjoyed in the other Souls games. There are moments where you can march around a castle, old ruins, and that's completely what Elden Ring is. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. Your character is what they're wearing in Elden Ring. How you suit up is how your character is. It's a lot of fun. Okay, that's Elden Ring.